Got a real steel here, and this real steel is a Huginn compact, black G10 satin. So I did the regular size Huginn a while back, not too long ago, and it got a lot of response. And of course, somebody said, "Hey, man, there's a compact here," and it's so somebody had mentioned it in the comments. So here we go. Let's take a look at a compact, see what we think of it. And of course, these real steels. I mean, I mention all the time, but love the little schematics, man. They show like 19 variations on the theme, which is interesting, and then a wonderful spec sheet. So if you want to know the specs, hit the pause button right here, and then you zoom in, and you can check out all the specs on this knife. Yep, it's got nice cleaning cloth, and there it is. Well, and it's definitely compact. Oh, oh, look at that. All right, well, let's get rid of all this stuff. Wow, is that action stupid? I will say there's no detent on the bottom. But everything's functioning well. So the issue is, yeah, there it is. Sure enough. Even on this little knife, I can throw that blade out. No detent on the bottom. Which, I mean, is it the end of the world? No. This thing's in VG10 steel, satin finish. Got the, what's that, the Battle Beetle? Somebody, every time I do one of these, somebody corrects me. I mean, boy, I gotta tell you. Here's my initial thoughts on this. Compared to the full-size Huginn, um, I I think I like this one better. And I like this one a lot. I mean, this knife in my hand, I got to figure out this detent though. It's got no detent on the bottom. Now, do I care about that? I don't know. How's that lock working? Yeah, it's fine. No lock stick, very smooth. No detent on the bottom, which allows for an amazing little slow roll out of there. Spidey flick works. Thumb flick works. I can even catch that fuller. Can I catch it on the Spidey side? Yep. Wow. And yeah, I like this knife. The size of this thing is wonderful. Oh, just perfect. I mean, I hate to use the P word, but goodness. I'd like it to have some detent. Some. All right, well, let's get in it and see if spring tension or what can I do? I, I don't know that I'll be able to do anything, but let's see. But I'm gonna say it already. I like this one better than the big one. Yep, I like it. It's just perfect in the hand. Makes me wonder, was the big Huginn first or the mini? Because if the big one was first, this one makes total sense because they upgraded. They made the handle just perfect four-finger grip, nice jimping that's grippy. Yeah, man. Wow. Let's get in it. Yeah, so far it's a wow for me. It's got the rivet style pivot, but it's in backwards. We'll see if we can flip it. If I can flip it, I'll definitely flip that other side to the show side. I mean, it's captured. So, got Loctite, fair amount of Loctite. I guess I'm going to pull the pocket clip screw, which is the only other screw holding the knife together. And it's a T6, so I don't need that one at all. Let's see if we can't just come off the same side. That is not a T6. Maybe it is. Alright, there was a T6. Well, let's see if we can't get this scale off. Boop. Ooh, lots of oil in there. The springs are not standard adjustable, whereas you can't put it in another hole. Well, let's pull everything from this other side. Well, I'm gonna disassemble the knife because I want to try to put a detent in it. If I can put detent in that, I mean that spring's pretty sprung. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that don't want to come off of there. But I have to get this pivot out because I can't get the other scale off and deal with the other spring if I can't get that pivot out of there. But boy, it don't seem to want to budge. It's on lockdown. All right, well, I'm going to force the issue. Too big. in just right. Now, I'm going to give it a little tappy tap. A little tappy tap. There it goes. Don't come out. I need you to stay in there. There we go. All right, so that's going to hold everything in place. Now, I should be able to get the scale off. There it is. Stay in there. All right, don't stay in there. Everything come out. There we go. It's got cage bearings. I think what I want to do is just tighten this other spring. Yeah. And so to tighten that detent, you widen the spring. To loosen it, you make it narrower. Yep. Widen puts more tension on that spring. That looks about right. Try to balance them between both sides. Get them about the same. Okay. Yeah, that detent. Well, no, that can go in from either side now. So I definitely want to go up from the other side. So let's wipe this down a little bit. I'm going to try to do it without taking it apart. We'll see if I can pull it off. Yeah, I'm going to take it apart. But I'm only going to take one side apart. Hopefully. Okay, so the stop pin pushes in. So that helps a lot because I can push it in after the fact. So all I need to do now is take the scale off. Like so. And since I got this off, might as well clean it up. Got to pay attention to that other spring because without that scale on it, it's going to have a tendency to want to be sprung. But now I'm in a safe position. We should be good. Got our flat on the D on the captured pivot is on the bottom. Let's try to get these fingerprints. I like to leave that shiny in there. It'll look good. I don't need this no more. And I don't need, well, I do need that because that's what I tightened it with. All right. Let's wipe some bearings off. Man, I'm hopeful. don't know how realistic it is, though. I think it might be a design element of the knife. That detent on the bottom. But sitting here right now, the jury's out whether I keep this little dude, because, man, it just feels like such a good little knife. I mean, I'm a little preemptive, but I think they hit a home run here with the mini. Is it a mini Huginn? What was it called? The compact. Okay. Y'all know. You're like saying it into the netherworld. Compact, fool. All right, all right. Let me wipe this blade off. VG10 steel. I ain't got no arguments with it. I'm going to put that stop pin in there now. No, I'm not neither. Stop pin's going to go last. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this liner on. Come on, man, get on there. Hold on. Got a little ahead of ourselves. Let's get our bearings on. Oh, all right. Okay. Just a little finagling. Wasn't a lot. Now, I'm going to put this screw in to lock all this down. It's a great feature. They have that extra screw in there. Is that not the right screw? Yeah, well, that's the right screw. Why isn't that going? There it goes. Perfecto. Okay, let me I'm going to swing that there. Get our stop pin in. Such a simple thing, but making that stop pin, that top stop pin, so it slides in like that, makes this so much easier. Okay. Let's get some tension on the spring. Pivot screw. Now we hid that slot on the back side now, so that front side is going to look clean. Too tight. Got a little bit of wiggle there. I mean, look at the action on this thing. Now those springs are super tight. It's got a little bit of a detent on the bottom end now. Just the tiniest little bit. I can still throw it out there. I mean, it begs the question, is it worth having those tighter springs now? Because it really didn't help us. Well, I'm going to leave it. Yeah, we're solid. Pocket clip. I'm going to start this screw just a little bit, and then I'll come back with the clip. Yep, like so. Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. I think I'm going to have to hold that. I mean, it's tight right there. There we go. Got it. Okay. Well, we done. Got it sorted. Let's talk about this action. So, I mean, it's just stunning. It really is. It's like A minus level action for sure, but I got to ding it for not having a detent on the bottom. You know, it's a construction issue because I put a mountain of tension on these springs, and they work wonderfully. Look at this thing. See? Just, I don't even have to flick my wrist. Just pull those springs, and it will close that knife. It's snappy with the thumb, snappy with the spidey flick. I mean, it probably leans towards a action, but with no detent on the bottom. Yeah, I gotta ding it. So I'm gonna call it a B plus. I mean, it's so nice otherwise that it's making up for that. It really is. Wonderful action. Ergonomics. Yeah, I mean, if I could design a knife, it would fit like this in my hand. That's how good this is. Just the shape, how the fingers lay in there, the pocket clip up into the palm. Yeah, it's wonderful. They did an excellent job. And it's definitely a derivative of the Huginn. I mean, that looks like a Huginn, but man, did they nail this. Wonderful ergonomics. It's got a reverse grip that you can cap with the thumb, and I can get here pretty confidently. I'm far enough away from this blade that I dig this and I can cap it. So very powerful grip here. Little stinger, little pocket stinger. Come on. Let's check that pocket clip. I think it's going to just add to the overall knife because it had wonderful tension. Look at it. Oh, come on, man. Deep carry, just the tiniest little ghost of something sticking out there. And that thing is locked in, man. Yeah, I mean, it's doing what I think a pocket clip should do, and that's retain the knife in the pocket. Yep, in almost all circumstances. I mean, what happens if you're drinking beer with your friends and you pull over at Hollow Creek Bridge and everybody decides to jump off into the water and you got to go too because if Johnny jumps off the bridge, you got to jump off the bridge. Well, what happens if your knife's in the pocket? If you don't have this clip, there's a good chance that your knife is at the bottom of the creek. But if you've got this knife with this clip, after you jump in, you go, oh, I forgot to take my knife out. And then you reach down and guess what? Your knife is right there. Yeah, man. Wonderful. Safety. Yeah, there's no blade contact there. It's got some solid jimping on the back here. And the tip is nicely recessed. So the tip is good. The clip is amazing. And I'm confident I can handle this knife any old way I want and not catch the sharp part. Speaking of that sharp part, VG10 steel. Real steel factory work. How we do? Yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah, they got the memo. Hey, make them sharp before they leave. And that one is exactly that. All right, price. What's up? Okay, well, looks like these are running right around $55. So, find this over at Timber's Edge Knives, and you should be able to pick it up under 50 bucks. How about that? Not bad. VG10, G10, and I mean, I'd be curious if you picked it up if you didn't go, yeah, I'm with you, bro. That thing in hand, what a nice little pocket stinger. The perfect size, perfect, I mean, whew, yeah. Just a nice little pocket knife and capable. All right. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Pretty cool. The Huginn, real steel Huginn compact in VG10, G10 steel liners. Yeah, pretty cool. Appreciate y'all watching.